Life, Strength, and Health Podcast, episode 65. Welcome, everyone. This is Life, Strength, and Health Podcast with Jamal and Kim, where it's our mission to educate, empower, and inspire you to live healthier. So let's dive into the show. Hi, Kim and Jamal here, and welcome to another episode of Life, Strength, and Health Podcast. I'm Kim, and I'm joined with Jamal.
Greetings, everyone.
And
peace and blessings.
Yes, and thank you for joining us for episode number 65. And the topic of this episode is the top 3 things to remove and to add to your kitchen. And before we dive into today's topic, let's start with our organic food for thought. And this organic food for thought is dealing with spices. You know, in the American culture, spices are used for flavor, but in other cultures, the spices provide nutrition. And the spice that we're going to focus on in this episode is turmeric. And the benefits of turmeric is that it's arguably one of the most powerful herbs in the world. And here are the top 2 properties of turmeric. 1, it's an anti-inflammatory. The Journal of Oncogene published the results of a study that evaluated several anti-inflammatory compounds and found that aspirin and ibuprofen are least effective, while turmeric is among the most effective anti-inflammatory compounds in the world. And the second benefit is cancer prevention. Of all the various topics scientists have tackled in regards to curcumin and disease reversal, cancer of various types is one of the most thoroughly researched topics. In the words of global authorities like Cancer Research UK, a number of laboratory studies on cancer cells have shown that curcumin does have anti-cancer effects. It seems to be able to kill cancer cells and prevent more from growing. It has the best effects on breast cancer, bowel cancer, stomach cancer, and skin cancer cells.
Right. And the curcumin is a component of the turmeric. So
yes.
When you hear curcumin, we're talking about turmeric here.
Right.
And I think that this is powerful. It's my favorite spice. I pretty much add it to all of the dishes that I make.
Our blender is stained
yeah,
from the turmeric.
Like 75% of it. And that's just one thing that we're going to get into later in the show. But we have to eat with purpose. You just can't throw a bunch of spices in your dish just because it makes it taste good. A lot of other cultures, they're using these medicinal spices and it's making the food taste good, but it's adding nutritional value and a lot of different properties to the food. So it is really important to be mindful of that. And like I said, we're going to dive into that in a sec.
Yes. So let's dive into the top 3 things to remove from your kitchen immediately.
Wait, just 1 second before you dive into those things. Mm-hmm. I just want to open by saying that we like to call your kitchen your healing laboratory. If you go back to episode 1 that we did with Queen Afua, mm-hmm. she gave us the advice about just naming the different rooms of your homes to have purpose. And the kitchen is the healing laboratory. So it's used for healing. So you really want to set it up the proper way. So one of the things that we do with our clients in the beginning is we try to coach them to set up their kitchen the proper way. And there's a lot of things in the kitchen that aren't the healthiest, and they contribute to poor health, diseases, and different health challenges. So we really wanted to pick out the top 3 things on both sides that you could do immediately that's going to begin to have a positive impact on your health overall.
Yes. And that's what this episode is all about. So let's dive into the first thing to remove from your kitchen immediately, and that is a microwave. And microwaves, they give off radiation in low dosages over time. But if you're using it every day, each day, you are exposing yourself to radiation each and every day. And this radiation, it can cause cancer, it can cause miscarriages, and long periods of use result in denatured nutrition.
Right. So one of the things that is a problem with the food industry overall is that everything is isolated. So they'll look at a microwave, and just because it's low dose and it doesn't affect you in one time using it, they'll regard it as safe. But studies are showing that low dose over and over again, if you're using it every day, will slowly cause health challenges because of the radiation that's in there. And if you just throw something in for 30 seconds, that might not denature your food. But if you're cooking food in your microwave, you're destroying the nutrition in it, and you're exposing yourself to longer periods of radiation. I know that we haven't used a microwave in, man, I would say good, like at least 10 years, right? Over 10, maybe 15 years. We haven't used a microwave. And if I'm in a room and someone turns the microwave on, just how when you get an X-ray and the X-ray technician, they turn it on, they leave the room. I'm leaving the room when the microwave comes on. I don't want to be exposed to that at all. We already get enough radiation exposure from everything else, including cell phones. So that's the last thing that I want to be exposed to.
Right.
So if you got a microwave,
stop using it.
Stop using it. Use it as storage, but ultimately, just get it out of there, because it's easy to, just for convenience, I'm just gonna plug it up real quick. But just get it out of there.
That's the whole thing. It's the convenience side, but the cons of it far outweigh the pros.
Right. So. Use your oven. Heat your food up in your oven. I like the convection ovens. They work pretty fast. So use your oven.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the second thing to remove from your kitchen immediately are non-stick cookware and bakeware. And these types of cookware, they contain PFAS, which stands for poly and pure fluoroalkyl. I can't pronounce it, but they're called PFAS. And they are used to create these surfaces, and they're toxic and highly persistent, both in your body and in the environment. And PFASs are fluorinated chemicals. It's actually the fluorine atoms that provide the hallmark slipperiness in the cookware. And this chemical is linked to a range of health problems, including thyroid disease, infertility in women, and organ damage, and developmental and reproductive problems in lab animals.
Yeah, you know what? One of the problems that I have overall with just with all of this stuff is, you're buying cooking utensils because you just want to make food, whether it be healthy or no matter what it is. Even if you wanted to make unhealthy foods, if it said something like this on the label, there's no way that you would buy it. So this is not something that people want to be exposed to. When you get something that's non-stick, you want convenience. You think that you're thinking about cleaning, you're just thinking about cooking, and you want to do something convenient. But meanwhile, these are causing health challenges, So this is really important, causes a lot of health challenges for you to eliminate. I know for some people it's going to be shocking, but this is a huge benefit, because a study that I was reading was talking about how once these PFASs get into your system, it takes about 8 years for it to just naturally leave your system after you stop using this non-cookware.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, which is why you have to do deliberate detoxification to get these things out of your system. But it's like we, are experiencing all of these different health challenges, and everywhere you look is things in our lifestyle that cause these issues. So, this right here is very concerning.
And the third thing to remove from your kitchen immediately are seasoning salts and table salts. The salts used in these products is table salt, which is highly processed and stripped of all minerals. Iodine is added back unnaturally. It is bleached and contains aluminum and health hazardous anti-clumping agents. Many also contain MSG.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the seasoning salts, there are a lot of different seasoning salts out there. You buy the different seasoning and you don't even realize when we say seasoning salts, we're talking about the different spices that are out there that also have salt in these different products. So you want to be mindful of seasoning salts, and you want to try to remove them from your cabinet, because when they're putting the salts in your seasonings, it's table salt. It's not regular salt. It's table salt. And on top of that, it's MSG in a lot of these popular salts. So you want to be mindful of those. And we definitely wanted to include a food in this. And if you're trying to make your spices medicinal as well as seasoning for your foods, you want to be mindful of the type of spices that you're using. So you really want to check your ingredients and make sure that you're not buying these toxic seasoning sauce. And I know in the beginning it's going to be rough because you have your staple tastes and things that you use in, these old time dishes, but they're causing health challenges for us. So this is a big one.
Yes. So that was the top 3 things to remove from your kitchen immediately. So now we're going to discuss the top 3 things to add to your kitchen immediately. And the first thing that we suggest is a pressure cooker. As we mentioned in one of the items to remove, that was a microwave, but a pressure cooker is such a great thing to add to your kitchen because it helps to prepare your foods in pretty much half the time. It retains all of its nutrients and flavor, and is such a healthy way to prepare your foods.
Yeah, I'm completely sold on the pressure cooker. I would say that's my favorite dish. I mean, it's close to the blender because I really, really love the blend. I like to make different types of shakes and smoothies and things like that. So I really love the blender. But when it comes to cooking, hands down, I think that the pressure cooker is the most valuable tool in the kitchen. It's just amazing because like Kim said, it holds all of the nutrition in there and it locks in the flavors. So I think that food tastes so much better inside of your pressure cooker. I mean, just today we made collard greens and if you're throwing it traditionally on in the regular pot and cooking it, you could be slow boiling collard greens for a good 30 minutes.
Right.
And I am not exaggerating at all when I say this. We made collard greens and I'm talking about soul food collard greens, healthy soul food collard greens. We made them in 4 minutes,
yes.
which is amazing to me. 4 minutes from the time that I threw it in and, locked it with pressure. 4 minutes. Alarm goes off, taking it out. It's done.
Right. You can pretty much cook anything in there. You can even do desserts. I mean, it's very versatile and it's a must in any kitchen, a staple in any kitchen.
Absolutely. We live in times where everyone wants things quick. That's why a lot of people use the microwave. So to collapse time, a pressure cooker is definitely the way to go. Yeah,
and I'll link to the pressure cooker that we have in the show notes of this episode. So just go to lifestrengthandhealth.com/65 and check out the pressure cooker that we currently use. The second thing that we suggest that you add to your kitchen immediately are stainless steel, cast iron, and ceramic cook and bakeware. So these cookware, they don't have, the toxic coating lining. They don't leach chemicals into your food, and it's just a safe cookware to use.
Yeah, because it's still other cookware out there that's toxic. Like we were talking about the non-stick stuff, but things like aluminum,
right?
Aluminum isn't good because that will leach into your food. So it's deeper than that. So just going with something that is safe, stainless steel, cast iron, ceramic, that you're not harming yourself. And to be honest with you, I will admit, it is a little bit harder to clean. However, it does get clean. It's just a little bit more tedious, and you find different ways to meet that challenge. Overall, I would say it's not that bad. When you're just transitioning, you will notice a difference, but what it's going to do for your health is immeasurable. And
also, just be wary or leery of the ceramic cookware, because the other day or a couple of weeks ago, we were in the store and they were selling what was supposed to be ceramic cookware, but when you really look at it, you just know that it was aluminum or something, but they put like a fake coating that looked like it was ceramic. So when you tend to see a ceramic cookware and it's like priced considerably low, just be mindful that there's unfortunately some companies out there just trying to act like they're selling the real thing, but they're not.
Yeah, ceramic is expensive, just so you know. So when you look at the price and it's expensive, still do your research, but most likely you're buying something official. But like Kim said, if it's a $20 ceramic pan, you need to question that because something's off with that.
Right. Okay, and the third thing to add to your kitchen immediately are natural dried herbs and powders. And some of them are turmeric, which we spoke about in the Organic Food for Thought, pink Himalayan sea salt, which balances your pH and it contains about 85 minerals, Celtic sea salt, garlic powder, ginger, bay leaves, which are good for digestion, and thyme. And this helps with food contaminants, poison, cancer, and the cardiovascular system.
Yeah, and this is how we kind of started the show. We were just talking about eating with purpose and as opposed to just taste. So I think it's really important that you stock your cabinet with medicine or medicinal spices. So you use these spices to bring life to your food, but at the same time, when I say bring life to your food, I'm not just talking about the taste. I'm talking about the life force in your food. So the spices that Kim names, those are some powerful basic ones that are common, but a lot of people don't realize how powerful these things are. So you want to get good quality spices that you can use and put in your foods to help to increase the medicinal and nutritional factors. We spoke about turmeric, pink Himalayan sea salt, 85 minerals. That's serious. Most people don't get enough minerals in their diet. Right. And Celtic sea salt is a salt just like pink Himalayan sea salt. It's just comes from two different regions. And garlic powder instead of getting garlic salt. Ginger, that's fresh ginger as well as ginger powder, bay leaves, very powerful, and thyme. You sprinkle thyme on things to prevent food poisoning. I think that thyme is a really good spice if you're making different types of animal products and things like that. Put some thyme on there and it prevents food poisoning by destroying the contaminants. So, of course, there are many more medicinal spices that we actually get into in our course that we are going to make available in our membership site. But these are a couple to get you started and to make sure that you have in your cabinet.
Yes. So those are the top 3 things to remove and top 3 things to add. And thank you so much for joining us. And for access to the show notes pages where I'll list everything from the show, as well as the link to the Queen Afua podcast, where we talked about the kitchen, the healing laboratory, the pressure cooker that we currently use, and other information, just go to lifestrengthandhealth.com/65. And as Jamal mentioned, we will be releasing or opening the doors to our Life Strength and Health Warrior membership. And in there, we're going to have, in-depth health courses and a food library and a holistic health community, live training, and so many other great things to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in regards to your health, and to stay abreast of what's going on with that and when we're going to be opening the doors. Just go to lifestrengthandhealth.com/member to join our waiting list. Okay, so until next time, live healthier.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Stay healthy.
Let's face it, we are living in a world set up for us not to be healthy. And with the overabundance of health information available, it's so easy to get overwhelmed and confused on which path to take, which leads to inaction and not making health a top priority. Well, that can all change. We are Life Strength and Health, the #1 center in New Jersey for helping you to detoxify and address your digestive system challenges. We provide support, accountability, guidance, education. We will be with you every step of the way to help simplify this process and help you to reach your health goals. So if you're ready to take action, if you're ready to make your health a top priority, then visit us at lifestrengthandhealth.com or give us a call at 1-800-503-7127 and book your consultation today. Don't live in the New Jersey area? Don't sweat it. We can work with you virtually. So visit us at lifestrengthandhealth.com or give us a call at 1-800-503-7127 and book your consultation or virtual consultation today. We want to say thank you for listening to the show and for access to the show notes pages, more podcast episodes, blog content, as well as more information about our center, Life Strength and Health, then just visit us at lifestrengthandhealth.com. Until next time, live healthier.